Hola, hey guys, how are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, my name is Iraya, aka Mrs. A. Guess what? Ira Speaks is officially 1 year on YouTube. Unbelievable. So technically, I should really be blowing a candle or I should be cutting a cake. But guess what? I don't have any of them. So we're going to do an imaginary candle blowing session. Okay, are you ready with me? Happy anniversary! Thank you so much, guys. Now, listen, I could not think of a better vlog to do on this day than to tell you how YouTube has changed my life, or shall we say, to do a video on whether it's worth it. Because prior to me getting on YouTube, I actually watched one of these videos and it made a lot of difference. Right, so let's get into it. I have got some points jotted down so I don't forget. So yeah, the first thing that I've written down, which is a pro for joining YouTube, is that it's giving me a sense of ownership and pride. As we all know, anytime we have something that we can call ours, it gives us that sense of, pride and ownership. So before I joined the YouTube, the main reason why I actually joined YouTube was that one day I was just sat down and I thought I wanted to do something. I felt like I wanted to kind of take on a new page, like turn a new page in my life, basically. And I kind of thought, okay, I could document a part of my life. So this is basically the reason why I'm here. I wanted to document my life and sort of be able to look back to it and be like, oh, okay, I did that and I did that and I did that. I kind of feel like in the next years to come, few years or many more years to come, especially my children who have actually seen me start this journey and are basically with me whilst I'm doing this, they're going to look back at what mommy did and be like, if mom can do that, I can do better. Right, so that is number one. Right, the second thing that I've put down is that joining YouTube has given me, has kind of brought my creativity to life, if you know what I mean. Like prior to, being on this journey, there was a time where I felt like, oh my God, I feel rusty. I felt like, goodness, I can't remember the last time I read a book. I don't remember the last time I learned a new skill. I kind of felt like I haven't really done anything different. So being on this journey has actually helped me to sharpen my creativity, because content creation is all about creativity. Sometimes I'm driving and the idea just drops, boom. Sometimes I'm having a chat with my husband and the idea drops. I'm having a chat with the kids, idea drops. I watch something on TV, idea drops. I'm doing more research now because I need to enhance my knowledge in order to be able to say and talk, in order to be able to give anything to anyone. So it really has helped my creativity. So if you're thinking of getting onto YouTube, you have nothing to lose really, because you are going to get to a point where you're going to be enhancing your abilities, enhancing your skills, whatever you set out to do. So if you've got something to give, something that you want to do on YouTube, do not look back. You have nothing to lose, nothing to lose. This takes time, okay? It takes time, but you're impacting into the community. You're impacting into the community. You don't know how many years to come, even when you're dead and gone, how your video can save somebody's life, even if it's one person's life. Number three, a sense of fulfillment or satisfaction. I feel proud of myself. My main focus, which is based on intentional living, is a thing that is just making me better and better, because the more I talk about it, the better I get at doing it. The more I become intentional, because I don't want to be talking about intentionality and I'm not even being intentional. And to be honest, ever since I started doing this journey in the past 1 year, a lot has changed in my life. And when I say a lot has changed in my life, these are things that I have changed intentionally. I can see the growth within myself. The other thing that also contributes to the satisfaction is the feedback from my immediate support system, my loved ones, my family. Even when I think of some of the things my mom says to me, Look, my mom is one of the first people on my YouTube channel. She would tell me, oh, I just finished watching this. And then, she would either like it or put a comment. The other day, she told me, I subscribed last week. I haven't subscribed this week. I'm like, please don't subscribe again. But I'm just like, it's exciting to kind of see the support, how much she's keen to support me. My sisters, my brother. It's just nice. My husband has always been, and I think I've said this in my previous videos, my husband has said this to me so many times. Sometimes he says to me, oh, look at what this person is doing. I think these sort of things you can easily do. He said that on many occasions. And you kind of know that people have that trust in you. They kind of, what's the word for it? Like they believe in you. Where did the word go? They believe in you. And that brings a lot of fulfillment and satisfaction. Not that I need the validation to move on. Not necessarily, because trust me, before you validate me, I validate myself. But it's important. It's good to hear other people say. So that is that. I have had a lot of positive feedback. I did a vlog on how to spread love through simple acts of service or something like that. But the following week, I had a call from a friend of mine, and she said, look, the moment I listened to that video, an opportunity presented itself. And I was just like, I'm not missing this. Like, I am going right in there. And she helped somebody. And she was like, that video kind of got me thinking about it all week. And I was looking for an opportunity to actually help somebody. And then that same week, my sister also came back to me. My sister lives in America. My sister Matilda, she had a situation where somebody had gone shopping. She was in the queue, and something to do with the person, either the card was not going through. So she went over to this lady and then paid for her shopping. She said it was like $40. And she was like, to see the look on the lady's face, and even the people around. And my sister was like, it was such a fulfilling thing. So that everything that you're doing is impacting people. That is big. Okay. So apart from the fact that I want to kind of document my life, the fact that I know that I'm impacting people positively is amazing. This is my service to society. This is my service to the community that I live. People are out there, excuse me to say, chatting rubbish, okay, on YouTube, just brainwashing people and doing saying all sort of bad things that affect younger people. And these are future. So if you've got something to give, something that you want to do on YouTube, do not look back. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. It takes time, but you're impacting into the community. You're impacting into the community. You don't know how many years to come, even when you're dead and gone, how your video can save somebody's life, even if it's one person's life. So if you're thinking of doing it, so long as you have something that you know is going to help somebody, just give it out. Just give it out. So if you're not sure, this video is your sign. Next one. The final point is the sense of community. So this whole YouTube platform is a whole community. It's a really big community. I am part of this community. I'm a part of the community, of the YouTube family community, whatever you call it, that is out there spreading or sharing goodness, okay? And I feel a part of that good community. So it's all kind of very positive when you think about that, because it's so big. Like, this is a worldwide thing. Can you imagine? Like, sometimes I put videos out there. I don't know who's watching my video because it goes everywhere. And there could be somebody in, I don't know, in some part of the world watching me that I obviously don't know. And they pick out something that I've said in my vlog and it helps them. That is the sense of that community spirit that I'm so proud to be a part of. And that brings me to probably some of the, should I even call them cons? Maybe not cons, but some of the challenges or some of the things that you might probably be mindful of if you want to join YouTube. You need to have, you need to be able to create balance, might be the right word. Balance and also boundaries. Yes, balance and boundaries, because it can be so exciting. And, if you don't take it, it will just take over. You don't want YouTube to take over because, trust me, it's a never-ending job. So as much as it's good to stay consistent, sometimes there might be a time that you kind of feel like you've not been consistent enough. Don't beat yourself down. If it's for a good reason, I'll give you a very good example. I think prior to my last video, which is Think Like a Woman, prior to that, I had not posted for a few good weeks. And the reason is because I had family. My sister-in-law, shout out to Betha, Mrs. Bedu, and her husband, Dr. Bedu, and the children, Nasia, Jed and Razel came to visit us. And it was lovely. They stayed in the house. They were with us for a week. And we just kind of got into that whole family chill out time, going around, traveling around, going to Scotland, going to London and all of that. And after that, I don't know. I think my creativity, should I say my creativity gone? Probably, for better choice of word, I just did not feel like vlogging, and I didn't. And I kind of thought, you know what, it's okay, because the last thing I want to do is to have my family around, and then, every minute my mind is on the vlogs. It should not be your life. There should be a clear balance. So if you've got work to do, you do it. That can be a negative if you are not mindful of it. So you have to be intentional, okay, about not letting the YouTube take over. For all of you, when you get into that journey, you're going to begin to pick. You're going to begin to learn. You're going to begin to know the things that you could do to make things even better. You're going to be seeing the mistakes that you made, and that's okay. You probably look at, I know people do these things to do with reactions to old videos, and people have said, oh, I look at my old video and it was cringe, and that's okay. Overall, for me, it's been such a pleasure. And so if you're thinking of getting onto this journey, just get yourself ready. You don't necessarily have to do everything that you have to do in advance. The creativity will come. I have, believe it or not, learned how to edit, okay, using CapCut Pro. And editing was one of the things that I would have never even thought of doing, because number one, my husband would do it for me. And number two, what's number one? Is there number two? Oh, I don't know if this is number two, but number one, my husband would do it for me. And I could be lazy and be like, oh, he could, he'll do it for me, so let me know. But I'm just like, no, there are times when if he's not able to, then I should be able to do it myself. So again, that kind of goes all into this creativity. There's no way I would have thought of learning how to edit if I was not doing this. What am I editing for? Edit my pictures? I don't need to edit my pictures, okay? So anyway, that is that for the video. I hope this has met your needs, especially if you're kind of contemplating and you're, on the edge and stuff like that. So for me, I am going to be enjoying this journey of documenting some part of my life, and more importantly, being a blessing to my community. I hope this video will help you to make a decision on whether to go on this journey. But I'm going to say to you, if you really feel like it, if you've got something to give to the society, then do us a favor and join the club. That's it from me today. I'm going to love you and leave you. You have yourself a super fantabuloso week. Adios. I am